Ooh, the official
Ooh, sexy
recording has
voice
started.
there.
Is that new?
Just like welcome everybody. I actually haven't gone down the list and seen how many countries, but I think we've got 7 or 8 different countries logged in today, and we're going to I forgot how to say it already. Fish stew does not sound very good.
Moqueca.
Moqueca. And I can say the
And
chocolate,
brigadeiro.
brigadeiro,
And brigadeiro.
brigadeiros. I can say chocolate always, no problem.
And Scott is cooking with you. Look at him. He's cooking with you. Scott's from Boston.
All right.
Well, from Oklahoma, but in Massachusetts for 40 years.
So Leave It to Chef has been international slow food dinner for more than 4 years. And we are going virtual because I want to talk to people and eat with people all over the world. Thank you very much for showing up. Today we have Sayuri from Brazil. It's her birthday, and for some reason she wanted to party with us, but she really wants to boss me around cooking. So honestly, so what I need to do is find more people around the world who don't know how to cook, who will just boss me around. Good plan. So, Sayuri, would you like to introduce yourself? I know you're a tour guide in Brazil and you like to show off and talk about Brazil.
Show off is good. Well, welcome everyone. Actually, I'm going to do the cooking with Sue, I guess. Sue is here too. She lives in Fortaleza. Two Brazilians. I'm a tour guide. I met Al and Sue and Jose and some of you that are here, Fred, all on surfing. So I'm very happy to be here to share a little bit of my, culture. And this is one of our favorite foods. Actually, yesterday on my birthday, my mom did a stew for us. So for my birthday. Yep.
So I understand you have a presentation. Are you ready to show that?
Yeah, I asked all if I could share just a little introduction, of cuisine in Brazil.
I especially like when people want to share about their culture, not just eat food, because food is more than.
No, I like just to eat food, but I'm trying to be nice here. So I'm joking. So I think it's okay. One of the things that I do as a tour guide is I do food tours. And when we do food tours, it's not just about eating. You have to understand the background of the food. And what I really love to do is I love to introduce people to the owners of the places that we go. Because behind each balcony that you drink your beer or that you eat your food, there is always something to be said. There is always a challenge. There is always, a life to share. So I really like to I like to talk a lot. So I like to get to know a lot about the backgrounds of the place that I do. So the muqueca was chosen because I know a very special person that she cooks muqueca in Bahia. She was featured on Netflix Street Food. So if you haven't seen it, try to watch it. It was released last year. It's Netflix Street Food Latin America. They also have an Asian season, but it's Latin America in Bahia. And there are many street food there. One is special. It's not really a street food, the muqueca, but she was there, and we decided to show you a little bit of this recipe. It's very easy. If you don't have palm oil, you can use olive oil. Okay, you don't need to use the palm oil. I just quick introduce to you to Brazil. Okay. I hope most of you know where we are, me and Sue. We are the biggest country in South America. I am in the first capital of Brazil. If you come to my city to visit or to work, I highly recommend that you visit the Old Town. In the Old Town, you're going to meet some ladies dressing like this lady here, as a baiana. And what we are going to do today, Al is kindly, being like command by me. He's going to cook the muqueca, and Sue is going to do the brigadeiro. Okay, and I'm going to just to do a quickly view of my hometown. This is Salvador, Bahia.
So Yuri, I'm making brigadeiro too because I want to eat it.
Okay, so Al is also doing brigadeiro. And, I'm going to share with you. Today I was just sailing in this beautiful bay. It's called the Bay of Oil Sands. I prefer to call it Kirimuré because this is how our ancestors call it. This is the indigenous name for that. I'm half Japanese and my Brazilian family, we are Afro-Brazilian, we are also indigenous. Just sailing in this beautiful bay. So this is a quick video. I'm just going to show maybe 30 seconds just for you to see. The biggest bay in Brazil, the second biggest bay in the world. This is where I come from. This is my city of Salvador. Just for you to see, can you see this marina, this beautiful marina with this yacht? So here on the back, just pay attention because this is the favela where Dona Susana lives. That's the lady that cooks muqueca that we're going to talk a little bit. Okay, and then you can see the contrast. Those are very high classes buildings on the right. And here's the favela. That's a museum of modern art. And this is pretty much what you can see all over Brazil. This, difference between high class and lower class. So a little bit of indigenous food. If you go up north to Brazil, you're going to be able to eat this kind of food. It's called the tacacá. I think Sue probably has eaten that because Fortaleza is very close to the Amazon. And I know in Fortaleza you have more mixed with this indigenous heritage. Those are some of the food that you can eat. We have yuca. We use yuca a lot in our food with tapioca, beiju, and all these tools that we have. Then we have European heritage. We are very sweet, okay? Brazilians like very, very sweet food. And the food that Sue is going to cook, the brigadeiro, it's very, very sweet with condensed milk. These are some of the heritage that we have from the Portuguese. The first one is the feijoada. The feijoada, although is a Brazilian dish, but it was made based on the European tradition. Some people believe that is like a Brazilian kind of cassole, like this too with beans and with meat. And on the right, a very, very Portuguese traditions that is a kind of soup that we call caldo veggie. It's like the green soup with, I don't know how to say couve. Scott, how do you say couve in English? I don't know how to say couve. And sausage, okay? This is a yuca. So this is very, very common to eat here. And my favorite.
Cauliflower, no?
Yeah, I don't know how to say couve. And the Afro-Brazilian heritage, it's very, very, very strong in my hometown. This lady on the right, she's called the baiana or the ganhadeira. In the past, those were the first women work in the middle of the street. They used to sell, street food in the middle of the street. Some of the famous ones is the acarajé, okay? And it's a mix of food that is called the caruru. So all these foods, they have lots to do with what we call comida de terreiro. So it's a food that it's created as a religion offering in the terreiros of Candomblé. But what happened is along the years, you just put this food also in your table to eat. Okay, so lots of our traditions that we eat in our house actually come from the terreiros of Candomblé. It's an Afro-Brazilian religion that we have here. If any one of you, I'm going to share later my Instagram page. If you do have any questions, if you want to add me, feel free. You know, I love to share a little bit of my hometown with you. And this is just to introduce to you the food that we are going to do here, the muqueca. Oh, actually, I stopped sharing, but just a second, there is one more. But what we are going to do is we are going to introduce you to the muqueca. The muqueca is a stew. It became very, very famous last year for some people that follow Netflix. I know that some of you might not have it, but for you that, you know, you have Netflix, this lady here, her name is Susana. She was featured on the Netflix show. She made the muqueca. Just for you to know, the price is like one muqueca, you pay 30 reais. 30 reais is $4 US for a dish of muqueca. It's a stew. You can do it with fish. You can do vegan. You can do vegetarian. That community where she lives, that favela where she lives, is also very famous for the graffiti work. This picture here on the left, it's very, very old. I think it has more than 8 years ago. I was with a group of students and we are doing like a graffiti workshop in the comunidade, in the favela. And Dona Susana keeps saying that I was one of the first persons that actually took, you know, gringos, you know, like people from other countries to see her food. And I hope you like it. It's very, very easy to do. It's very, very easy to cook. So that means that we're going to have more time to chat after cooking. Brazilians, in general, our food is very simple. I like the simple food. I have a problems with US cuisine because you guys have lots of sauce, you know, mix different sauce. I like very, very simple food. The simple, the best, in my opinion. But this is my personal opinion. So I like the Brazilian food that is very simple. And it's very easy to cook. So muqueca, it's very, very, very easy to cook. Okay, and I have here two Brazilian friends, Sue and also Leo. Leo is from Salvador. I'm not really sure if Leo knows how to cook muqueca, but if you have any questions, you can also, you know, ask him. That's it.
So next up, I have a little video that we did a tour of the favela. Let's see if I can get it to work. All right, can you guys see it okay?
Yep.
We can't hear it.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, by the way, uve is cabbage.
Well, part of it is Sayuri wanted to explain what was going here. Do you want me to play it with the sound, Sayuri?
Yep, I told you about that. Sorry, you're muted.
Sayuri, yeah.
He is actually teaching how to do the muqueca. He is teaching how to cook it. It's in Portuguese. If you want to see the video in Portuguese, I mean, for Scott is okay because Scott and Harry, they can speak Portuguese. And I think Jose, if Jose is still here, he can speak Spanish and he can understand.
So Sayuri, do you want me to share it with the sound or do you want to narrate what's happening? Because I like it with the sound.
It's fine.
I like it with the sound too.
Yeah.
But with the sound.
Because we basically did an interview of So
So you can
So-
record. You want like this one like this. Então, ele falou bom dia para você.
Bom dia.
Ele é o filho de Dona Suzana,
ok, como está?
ok? Ele perguntou como está.
Muito bem.
Ele é cozinheiro, he cooks. Ele cozinha. E ele quer aprender a fazer a muqueca porque ele disse que vai fazer uma muqueca no meu aniversário.
Pronto.
Então vamos lá. I'm just introducing him to Al and saying that Al wants to cook a muqueca on my birthday. Primeiro você faz o quê, Márcio?
Primeiro peixe, com sal, alho e azeite doce.
Tá. Então esse aqui é um peixe fresco.
Ok, fish.
So just for you to know, this is the fish. You basically marinate the fish with lime.
Guaricema.
It's guaricema, the name of the fish. É peixe posta, é um peixe aqui. It's a cheap fish. É baratinho, né? Guaricema.
It's the whole fish, though. They don't throw anything away.
And the name of the fish that he's using, I can write here. I don't know how to translate that in English, but it's called the guaricema.
They clean it. Yeah.
Carne dele mesmo.
Okay, so he basically just marinates it with lime,
Tirou-
salt.
Ele não tem
Ok.
pé, ele não tem muita
Ah,
escama.
so it's like a skin, it's like a skin. Então bota sal, alho,
E azeite doce.
and he marinates with salt, garlic, and lime. And lime, okay? Marino.
Marinou.
Marino. You know what is marina? Wow. Marina is just to leave the lime for a while. Marinated.
Yeah, marinate. Yeah.
So see, now he's going to put coconut milk. My mom, she does the coconut milk herself, but he is using this from the supermarket.
Your mom makes fresh coconut milk?
Coconut.
Yeah, she does.
milk.
Oh, wow.
That's what I put in the group.
Litro.
ml.
Medio litro.
Depende da quantidade.
Okay, so he puts the coconut milk there, and he is going to put what we call the tempero. It's sliced tomato, lime, and green pepper. My mom, she does different. She slices it.
And onion.
Okay, she slice it. She doesn't chop like that. But you can choose what you prefer to do.
Everybody has different.
Okay, the important thing about moqueca is to have a fresh fish. You should have a fresh fish.
Well, I have fresh frozen fish.
Yeah, and don't use fishes like salmon. Okay, it has to. How do I say carne branca in that you can understand?
In English, this fish is called a jack. Jack.
It's called the jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be a fish, white fish. Oh, thank you, Harry. White fish. It has to be white fish. So he put a little bit of palm oil, then the palm oil, and that's how he's going to start cooking. Okay, so you cook, it's very, very fast. 10-15 minutes is actually ready. Okay, and then the side dish is rice. He likes to do with black eyed peas. I don't like black eyed peas with my moqueca, but he does with black eyed peas. And he does what is called the pirão. So he mixes the sauce. He mixes the sauce of the moqueca, the stew, with yuca flour. And that's how you do the pirão. Okay, I think we can stop, Paul, because otherwise we're going to show already done and you're going to cook, right? I'm just showing the prices. So moqueca, so are you guys ready to cook?
Yeah, and I saw this on Netflix. It was terrific.
The
Well, I can see that Scott is ready to cook. Who else is ready to cook? I think we can start in the cooking. I see Lulu is also cooking. I don't know if she's cooking the moqueca, but she's there.
I'm just starting to rice, so
Oh, you're doing the rice?
All right, so Let me switch over to this other camera. You gonna still boss me around?
I should have made a caipirinha.
Yes, Scott, you should have. I don't know if you want me to boss, I can boss, you know, it's just me, I can boss, Leo can boss, we have many Brazilian cooks here. I think Harry knows how to do the muqueca too. Right, Harry? Can you do the muqueca? Can you cook it?
No, moqueca, no. Feijoada, yes. Moqueca, no.
Muqueca é mais fácil. Muqueca is easier.
I just haven't found the right fish. Like, cause that fish is big. You saw that fish in the video? That's a big piece of fish.
Oh, which fish are you using? Because I live in Illinois. I'm sure you in South Carolina can find easier fish than him.
I already did the fish.
Well, I don't know what fish yet. I haven't actually researched it. I just know that I felt like the fish that y'all use in Brazil is not the fish that I can find here. It would be a different fish.
So you just need a white fish, because I think the main reason
Can I ask you a favor? I think for your recording, there is a background sound that for your recording might not be good, I think. No. Yeah. Because we could, Harry, you can unmute yourself, but I think we could not listen to you.
Right. I added you as co-host to help me a little bit. So, basically what I did is I went to the farmer's market today, and I have a friend who fishes, and he had some Pacific cod, which is a white fish. And I put it in with garlic and onions, a little salt, and then I didn't have fresh lime, so I just put some lime juice. But look at how much moisture like pulled out of the fish. It's absolutely amazing. So like in here.
For the fish marinade, are we supposed to use like fresh garlic or garlic powder?
Ideally everything is fresh, but it doesn't matter. You're just putting flavor into it. Now, to go from scratch, just so I can gross Sayuri out, I've got a whole fish here, but I wasn't able to get a white fish. So I'm going to actually cook this in two ways. I'm going to cook one on the stovetop, and then I'm going to cook one in my Instapot. So
what is an Instapot?
It's like a pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker.
So
are you going to do the muqueca in a pressure cook?
Just put it on the slow cooker. So, I mean, so this other fish was just fish fillets. And so, I mean, look, it was already and so it's not as good because it doesn't have the bones and all the other good stuff. So this was in here for about a half hour in the lime juice. And then I'm going to do the same with this fresh fish. Right? So that one's got the bones and all the good stuff in it. The only thing it's missing, my mom would get mad at me, is it's missing the head. I couldn't get a whole fish with the head. Part of it is the time of the year right now is not good for getting a lot of fresh stuff, so I couldn't get fresh tomatoes. I did go over to my mom's and get some what do you call it? Fresh greens to put on top. So, all right.
Did you get the cilantro?
Yep. Oh, I need to get it out of the. So,
cilantro is very important.
All right. What's the next step?
Well, what are you going to do in a Brazilian slow food way, or are you going to use the pressure?
Oh, this one will be the slow food way.
Okay, so my mom says that you have to do like a cama, you have to, like, it's just like, like tidying your bed. So my mom does like this. She puts, the tomato, onion, and green pepper. So it's like one, we say camada in Portuguese. I don't know how to say that in English. It's like one top of fish, and then on the top of that you put the tomato, the onion, and the green pepper.
So
It's called, how do I say camada in English? You know how to do a lasagna? You know how you do a lasagna? That you put the cheese and you put
Tier would be better. Tier. I would put
tier.
here.
Yes. So you put one of fish, one of tomato, onion, and green pepper. One of fish, one of tomato, onion, green pepper. And then you put the coconut milk.
just pour it over the whole thing. And so, was anybody able to get all the ingredients? No problem.
I think it's Scott did.
For me, it was hard because at this time of the year, there's not much fresh stuff. So I'm pulling out tomatoes that I can.
I couldn't get any fresh dourado, the mahi-mahi.
Yeah. Well, most of the fish in the U.S. is what they call fresh frozen. So it's like they catch it and they freeze it on the boat, and then they package it on the boat, and then it makes it so you can transport it, right?
Well, that's the best way to buy your fish frozen, because if you go to the store and it's in the butcher case, then it was frozen and then they defrosted it.
I mean, that's literally how I bought it. It was a whole fish, just cut the head off, right? So fresh frozen. All right, so fresh onion. Then we want to put the fish. Yeah, I mean, one of the things is definitely make sure the fish is not on the bottom of the pan. You want to have it set on top. Do we want to put fresh garlic in there? Or just the garlic was just in the
If you want, my mom doesn't put, but you can put.
Are we supposed to slice the tomatoes or like dice them, or how are we supposed to cut the tomatoes up?
The onions and the tomatoes and the peppers just make long, thin strips, kind of.
Long, thin strips. Okay, got it.
And
But some people like chop.
but it matters how you like it, right? I mean, everybody I ever saw cook it was making for lots of people, so they cut it up less because it was, well, less work, right? So. All right. So it definitely will not be 100% as good because I'm not using fresh tomatoes, even though this is fresh tomato canned. But it's too moist. So I guess I should turn the heat on. But I mean, this fish is pretty much cooked already because it's been marinating in this lime juice, and the lime juice pulled out all the moisture out of the fish. Now, Sayuri, do you know if we dump this lime water in there too?
No, we usually don't do that. We just put the fish.
Yeah. So I'll use this to marinate that other fish. I'm gonna put this other fish in here. But yeah, I mean, have you ever had fish where it was just basically not even cooked? It was just marinated in lime.
Ceviche.
Yeah. So I really like garlic and everything, so I'm over. And I happened to go to the farmer's market. I called my local friend who's an organic farmer, and he grows these like huge elephant garlics. And I called him last week and I said, "Do you have any garlic?" He says, "No." And then he found some when he was cleaning out his barn. So when I went to the farmer's market, he surprised me today with 2 pounds of it. So, all right. And
do you have green pepper?
What do you think? Low temperature? very
Yeah.
low temperatures, just very
Not
slow.
doesn't need to be very, very low, but low. We are slow cooking country. We slow food, you know, it's nothing here is really done very quickly when you talk about food.
And
Fish cooks very fast.
so I am actually not putting green pepper because I have convinced myself I'm allergic to it, but I really think I just don't like the taste. But
Laura did a face now. Can you explain to us what is convinced that you're allergic? I think you put too much sauce.
I think I did too.
How much
I
cilantro?
forgot to put the
Cilantro, it's really up to you, Scott. You know, some people like cilantro a lot. Some people don't like so much. So, oh, those are beautiful tomato that Emily has. So,
So, so this dish is it picante or not? Doesn't have chilies in it?
in the islands where I come from, okay, my family, my indigenous family are from the island. We cook already with the hot sauce on. We pimenta malagueta, you know, the Asian little pimenta, the Asian really little hot sauce,
Yeah.
hot pepper, and then we cut it and we put in the moqueca. But most of the houses they have the hot sauce as a side dish, you know, as a side thing.
It's on the table. It's on the table. If you
Yeah,
want
it's on the
more
table.
hot.
But in my family, we cook already with the hot sauce, and it's very strong.
Yeah.
But most places you're not going to see, like restaurants, they never cook with the hot sauce.
Yeah, some people don't like it hot.
So I mean, I literally still see how little lime juice I used. I mean, basically the juice from one lime, and it ended up being, after drawing all the moisture out of the fish, this is how much, you know, water was. It's a lot. I mean, I would say, consider I only put, you know, one lime juice in here. It really pulls the moisture out of the fish.
Well, I
And
was
then-
just wondering, is that the juice, this is kind of a soup. So is that going to be a broth, or, I mean, where's that juice coming from?
The juice in here is just basically, it would be your tomatoes, because you're putting, you know, 2 pounds of tomatoes for this recipe.
Yeah, okay.
And
I
so
got it.
tomatoes and your green peppers and your onions.
They all have moisture.
So they all, you know, have moisture. So, all right, I guess ready.
Yeah, my pot wasn't big enough to put the full 2 pounds of tomatoes and 4 pounds of fish in.
So then what you do is, you put the tomatoes in, and you basically put one layer, and it'll cook down a little bit, and then you add more, because tomatoes, you know, at the end cook down.
So did you just add flour?
No, I didn't add any flour. No.
Oh, I didn't know what that bag was.
Oh, that was my fresh picked, what do you call it, cilantro.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
so basically now slow cooking.
So, yeah.
So did you have coconut milk?
So the next step, the next thing we'll be making is the chocolate.
No, but did you put the coconut milk on the moqueca? Or
Yeah.
did you just
I didn't stir it though. You normally cook it closed, or because it's already like slow simmering.
it doesn't Well, it depends how fast you want to be cooked. If you put the top on, it cooks faster.
Yep. I put it down as low as I possibly can. Let it slow cook. Yeah. All right. Do we want to switch it over to making chocolate? I wanted to make the chocolate first.
I didn't get the memo about the chocolate thing. I wasn't
Ooh,
on the car surfing event.
just like, but we have special guests too.
Yeah, Sue is doing. I did mine already. Just to be ready, just to do the little balls.
Let me move this to the back.
Yeah. Today I will show the traditional and less sugar too. The traditional, so much sugar, and less sugar for who try to control the sugar.
And what
Like-
is the difference?
Oh, many difference. On the traditional, you need condensed milk. It's a lot of sugar. You need cacao in powder with sugar. So it's a lot of sugar. Yes, and you cover with sugar with chocolate. And the not traditional, I use this chocolate, less sugar, and only milk. Yeah, only milk. So works the same, but less sugar. Yeah, it's more expensive. It's really more expensive, but for who
It's
tries
more
to
healthy.
Hmm?
It's more healthy.
Yeah, this is chocolate
Yeah.
you want to prepare on the chef receipts. Yes, these.
I did it with condensed milk. I'm going to go to the kitchen and show.
So
How are you going to do American way or Brazilian way?
so we
What's
we
the
cooked
chocolate
this
again?
in the past, and all I did was I melted the butter and then I poured the butter into the condensed milk, and that's how I learned to do it, like restaurant style. It's really quick, but it's not the best way apparently. Do you want to walk me around?
Can you guys go back through the layers of the muqueca? We haven't put ours together yet, and I completely missed what to do.
Oh,
So we put some shrimp in the bottom and then just layer it with everything?
okay, no, definitely not the shrimp. You want to put the layers of the vegetables on the bottom because they want to cook more. The shrimp would be something you would put on the very top, and you wouldn't cook it. You would throw the shrimp in like right at the end, because shrimp,
Okay.
you don't want to overcook it. And so, especially if
And
you're
how much coconut milk are we supposed to use? Because I never really got like a
it matters how much soup you want, basically, because your coconut milk is your like your moisture, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we got it. Thank you.
Yep. So, all right. You're muted.
Is for now.
I have
or
a
is-
question. The leche de coco that I bought was very thick. It was more like a cream.
Yep. That's how coconut milk is. Because so if you're drinking coconut milk, that's more like they've added a lot of the coconut water to it, versus the coconut milk in the can is the coconut water mixed with the coconut meat. So it's a lot thicker. So yeah, that's simmering really nice.
But how much thicker?
Say again?
He said it's thicker. How much? Too much?
Almost like a kefir. If you've ever
Yeah.
Yeah,
had.
coconut water and coconut milk are two different things,
Right.
basically.
So
It's
I
just,
mean,
it's been a
it's
long
confusing
time
'cause
since
they
I've had
call it
coconut, real coconut milk.
yeah, it's confusing because they call it milk when it's really more like coconut cream.
Yeah, it's very common
because-
in Thai cooking.
Yeah, because it's not supposed to be like a cream. It's really like a milk.
All
But
right.
it might work. It might work.
So you guys want to boss me around cooking this brigadeiro now? So I will do it Brazilian style.
Well, this is a Brazilian cooking show, right?
So again, how I learned it is you basically open the can of condensed milk, put it in a bowl, melt butter, and pour the butter into the bowl and mix it. But all right, so Sue,
Yeah.
how do you want me to do this? So what I've got is I've got butter, I've got the sweet condensed milk,
Yeah.
I've got
And
powdered chocolate, and then I've got a powdered chocolate that's got chili and cinnamon in it if we want a flavored one, right?
yeah, exactly.
I've got-
That is the traditional.
Regular
What?
milk. So
Yeah, okay. For the other form. So about the brigadeiro, actually, the brigadeiro, it's a really traditional dessert from Brazil, and it's so easy for it to make. And this name means because it comes the name brigadier, because one man who the name is Eduardo Gomes. He tried to become president many years ago, and his position, military position, was a brigadier, in Portuguese brigadeiro. And some woman tried to help him made this dessert and told, try this, it's so delicious and amazing, like brigadeiro, the man brigadeiro. So this dessert received the name brigadeiro because this man, but he wasn't delicious. Yeah, he is ugly. He was ugly. But anyway, it's from because this history. So for traditional brigadeiro, it's important to tell about the pan, the pot. Yeah, it's not possible you use this kind. Yes, this kind, because you need it up a little bit for when you mix the condensed milk toast and become fast. Yes, for you make. So this forget. Yeah, this kind. You can use this kind or this. Yeah, so some space here. Okay, so the tip pot, like when you would like prepare some porridge. Yes, you need a spatula. Yeah, it's better. It's better. Butter. Yes, you can use all butter you'd like with salt or no salt. Condensed milk. Condensed milk is only milk with sugar. So yeah, it's a lot of sugar. This is really traditional. We call moça, but this company, this mark, because many years started with this woman, and the people, buy with moça. Moça means girl in Portuguese. So after becomes late moça, so it's the most common. Yeah, and use coconut powder. And yeah, and after you can decorate with this if you'd like. Yeah, and it's good if you have some kind of a plate for after. I will show you why.
I don't think it'll make it to the plate. I will just be eating them as fast as I make them.
Oh yeah, if you'd like eat directly the pot,
I'm doing
you
that.
can. But if you like,
I did mine already. You see, I'm already with my spoon.
Yeah, because if you'd like create a balls and after cover these balls, it's good if you have a kind of plate with the coconut, the chocolate or other things you'd like to cover, and after you cover your balls with this. Yeah, so this will be easy.
So
But
I can just get a spoon and eat the condensed milk right now. Do I have to do anything?
Yeah, good. So I will share here. Bless you. Let me see if the second camera is better. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I have two cameras. So I will use this pot for the traditional. We start the traditional. Yeah. So I will put here. What's this here? Okay, it's not height. Okay, height. You not height level. Height level maximum for you put the butter. Yeah, maximum. Okay, on the butter. But after the fire is necessary down. Yes, it's down. It's better. So let me see. Put the light here. It is good. It's better. Okay. So, okay, now I will put down. Yes. Never height. Okay, never. Height only for the butter. After this, I will put it only.
So put the butter in at the lowest temperature you can have your pot.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Just melt it. Oh,
yeah.
you are putting too much butter. You don't need that amount of butter.
That is only 2 teaspoons. This is one quarter what I did last time.
This is way too much.
Oh yeah, yes. I was thinking me. You can put a little bit out. Yeah, it's not really
the butter. The butter is just to give you a little bit of flavor and to like give texture, but you just need a little bit.
So wait, I will back here.
So you put the butter and the condensed milk in, right?
Yeah. In this directly in the
sauce. Look here. I cover it, only cover it. Not it's necessary to put out, only if you like. Yeah. And for this part, I will put 2 spoons of this, or 3, because I love. Some people put a little bit coffee. Yes, only a bit for give it dark color. Yes, if you put
and some people put marijuana too.
Yes, of course. So this form you mix slow, but look, I'm trying to touch here. Yeah, if you use the this, yes, this can see it's this. So you can prepare around, if you use chocolate, around 40 balls. Yes, some people can create 100. I don't believe. Yes, 40 is maximum. Yeah, if it's good balls. Look here, slowly. I need to do this until when you do this, it's possible be separate, like I forgot the name. But anyway, when separate, like in the religion, yes, separate the water. So this case, separate this.
You're trying to keep it from separating.
Really mix it. Mix faster.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
It's really easy.
Yeah, good job.
It's really easy.
So I only put 2 tablespoons of chocolate in. That's what you said. Just a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
It depends. Some people put more.
Look here. Look here. Oh, I can do this. Yes.
Okay, I need to put more.
So means it's okay.
Very thick. Yeah.
Okay. If I do this, yes, and the separating, yes, it's because the texture is good. I can turn off. Yes, and continues boiling because the pan is so hot. Yeah, and you need to wait. Yes, because hot is not good for your toe. Yeah, and during this we can prepare. During we are waiting.
Oh, you put too much chocolate.
I love chocolate. Oh yes, you put a lot. 2 spoons is okay.
Well, I put 2 more. Now I put 4 spoons.
So
Too
now
much
I will
now.
prepare. I prepare order for. These are not really traditional. Yes, the traditional after when you need to wait. No more be hot. Yeah, because now it's so hot. And after you can put a little bit of butter on your hands and create took it half of a spoon and put it and create a balls. Yes, make a
So,
balls and after
I did
yes.
some.
Yes, can you show?
Yeah, look, this is already done. So that's why I did it before. So what you do is you put a little bit of butter in your hand,
Yeah.
a little bit of butter in your hand, and then you do like this.
Yes, this is like a television. Yeah, we have after, during. This is amazing.
No, I did before. So you do like this. You see? You do little balls.
Yeah, exactly. And after you can cover with the confits you made, you took it from the market, or if you don't have, guys, yes, the granulate. If you don't have, you can use a chocolate. Yes, yes, really good.
Like this.
Now, you see? Yeah.
Man,
Now
I like my fast way better.
I will prepare no traditional. Yes, these I need a lot of time. Yes, but
last time that you say it because I'm going to eat.
Yes, okay. So now I will this.
How long do you let it cool after you warm it up like this?
1 hour. 30 minutes, 1 hour.
Okay.
Some people like put in the freezer. I don't like. I prefer wait the time.
Just leave it setting out and it cools.
You can put in slides. It's correct. It's better if you make slides before you cut, but I forgot. So I will cover here. It's really necessary more time. I put a lot of milk, but okay. I can put more chocolate. So these are down again. Yes, and we need to wait really here. Oh, I love the chocolate. It's so good.
Now making the basic ones.
I use
So Yuri, should I remove your spotlight? You're being watched eating.
It's okay. How is your muqueca?
Yes, muqueca. Needs only caipirinha. Yes, caipirinha here. Oh yes, was necessary because we have the diner, the dessert. Yes, and now the drink. I put a lot of milk. That's okay. I will do something not correct. I put a little bit out this part of milk. Okay.
Harry, do you know how to do brigadeiro?
What?
Harry lived here. Do you know how to do brigadeiro?
I did not learn how to do brigadeiro. No.
You should do for
I love the song.
Very good.
So with this one, you're just doing, is that unsweetened chocolate?
What?
Is this chocolate with no sugar?
Yes, actually half sugar. It's half no sugar because I didn't see no sugar totally. It's so difficult. For this is so difficult because Brazilians love sugar. Yes, really love sugar. Here in Ceará, the people really love sugar. Yes, it's more than the other part of Brazil. So for me, it's so hard that because I don't like my coffee with sugar, my lemon juice with sugar. I don't like sugar, but yeah. So, and I hate substitutes.
Chocolate and milk. That's it.
Yes, the chocolate milk. I put a lot of milk, but yeah, this is necessary to wait. Yeah, but look, if I put a less milk, yes, this become yes, the texture. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now I need to because it was necessary only a cup of tea, yes, of milk, not really a lot like I put. So I will, for complete here, I will try to save this brigadeiro, put in chocolate powder. Yeah, this there isn't sugar, so it's okay. It's a lot of chocolate. Oh
I
my
just
God.
I just realized I forgot to put oil in my man, Sayuri, I can never pronounce it. Muqueca?
Moqueca.
Palm oil.
Moqueca.
Moqueca.
Are we supposed
You
to
didn't put
stir
the palm oil?
muqueca? Are we supposed to stir the muqueca or just let it sit in its layers?
No, you don't need to stir. It's basically, you put the fish, you put the coconut milk. Some people already add the palm oil before cooking. My mom, what she usually do is she cooks only with the coconut milk. When it's almost done, she adds the palm oil and the cilantro. But this is how my mom does.
How do you know when it's almost done?
When the fish is done, like 10, 15, depends on your fish. Depends on the size of your fish, depend on the kind of your fish. But basically, you just need to cook the fish.
I mean, honestly, you could have ate the fish after sitting 30 minutes, the fish I bought today, because it didn't have the bones, it was just a fillet. I could have ate the fish right out of the lime because it was like almost falling apart already. And so it comes down to what kind of fish, because the lime itself actually is cooking it for the 30 minutes before you cook it.
So Scott, how is your muqueca doing? I think Scott is cooking, right? Who else is cooking?
The container is it's starting to overflow.
Overflow. Emily, how is your muqueca? That looks good. Are you going to cook now, right?
Huh?
You're going to cook now. Is it cooking?
It's cooking. The shrimp is not in it yet. It's just liquefying slowly.
And also, if you want, like if you are like veggie or vegan, you can do muqueca of, soya, just with the veggies. My mom, she does egg muqueca just with the eggs. Scott, where is your muqueca? Is it done?
Yeah, here I'll spotlight. Let's see here.
There it is.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks good.
I would like it. Look again. Please show me. It's
Oh yeah, it's
amazing.
over full.
So beautiful. Scott, congratulations.
Thanks.
Girl.
Scott, do you have two mics on?
You are more Brazilian than me.
Did you taste it, Scott?
I had to.
There is echo. Yeah. Maybe because you are using two
Yeah, Scott, you need to
now.
mute one of yours. Let's see. So just leave the mic on your computer, not your phone.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect. Oh, green and black. Green and black. Ha! We told the same time. We are.
And then
I wish
Sue
I
has
had
her
Sayuri's
chocolate.
Yes, two kinds of chocolate. This is necessary more time the other. Yeah. So look here. That's really good.
And then here's mine.
What is yours?
Mine is like, does not look as good if you don't have the peppers in it.
But Scott, why yours is not yellow? Did you have the palm oil?
Yes, that's palm oil on.
No, no, not Scott. Sorry, not Scott. Sorry.
No, I didn't put oil in mine yet.
When are you going to put?
I will probably put just a very little bit because I need to be healthy.
Palm oil is healthy.
So no, just oil, period.
Okay, because I eat palm oil every week and I just did my exams and my doctor said that I look very, very good for my age, whatever does she means with that.
Sayuri, your face is not for about your age. Yes, it's not possible to believe that you have your age.
I'm 46.
Happy birthday.
Your face is like 30. Yes.
See, palm oil miracle.
So let's see, Sue, do you want to show us or somebody how to roll it, or we have to wait until it cools, right?
Yeah, this is necessary to wait a lot. Yes, because it needs more time to wait to become not hot. It's only commentary. I want to prepare this, but if you use instead the chocolate, you use the coconut slice. You have beijinho. Beijinho, it's the name is beijinho, means little kiss, because it's like the form after we put a thing, and this thing you want to like that. Yeah. So a little kiss, like beijinho. It's really traditional.
Well, I do know that you told me that, put some butter or oil on your hand before you roll it. I think that's important tip.
Yeah.
Because when I do it, I always get it all over my fingers because it's just for me. So I eat it off my fingers. But if you're making for somebody else, you need to oil your hand so it doesn't stick when you roll the ball.
Yes, for a birthday. It's really traditional. We have brigadeiro, beijinho, casadinho. Casadinho is brigadeiro together, beijinho. Yes. Casadinho means married. Yes, little married, more or less this. Yeah. So I think, yes. A little bit hot.
But I've already showed how to roll it. It's because I ate my brigadeiro.
Oh, so you ate it all, so you can't show us?
Yes, please show.
I've already shown and I ate it. I ate it all, Harry.
So for now,
I cannot go another one. I ate it all.
I will take a plate and put a little bit of this. Yes, cacao. And if it was beijinho, you cover with sugar. Yeah, you cover with sugar. How do you say cravo? I forgot the name. Cravo. Do you remember, Sayuri? How is possible to say cravo in English?
Clove.
Yes, you put after for beijinho, you cover it with sugar, and after put I forgot again. Okay, so now I will take out the spoon because this is, it's okay. It's only for me. I will do it by myself. I made haha. But before I need to take a butter, a little bit, put on my hands. Because no butter, it's not possible, it's light, yeah? So after you need to clean your talk. So this, yeah. So if you use more or less half of a spoon, you can create a good pasta. Oh gosh, it's so hot. Very good. But yeah, I need you to wait a little bit more, guys, because it's hot. And it's not fast movement. Very good.
Which one are you eating? The healthy one?
Yeah, you need help. But brigadeiro is better. I need to wait more time, guys.
Scott, your muqueca looks really good. Proud of you.
See what happens when you actually follow the recipe? It looks real. It looks like the picture in the books.
I
But
had,
Scott,
I had to split it into two.
he's cheating a little bit because he actually lived in Brazil for 6 months.
All right, here's our.
But I never cooked.
Let me see, Lulu. That looks good. Did you do with shrimp?
Shrimp and fish.
Ooh.
Show again, Lulu.
It's her birthday tomorrow, so you guys are almost.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. So how do we eat this now? Do we put the rice down first and then put the soup on top and then cilantro?
Yep.
Or?
You eat with rice. You can put the muqueca, and then we like to put what is called the yuca flour. I don't know if you can find that in the US. It's just to give you like a little bit of texture. But if you don't have it, you can eat just with rice. It's fine.
Okay.
In Brazil, if you were in Brazil, you would probably eat with beans too. Some people like to eat with beans, like black eyed peas. But just with the rice is fine. It's totally fine.
All right, I'm hungry, so I think
The cilantro you have to put before cooking, okay? The cilantro, you cook with the cilantro to flavor.
Oh, okay.
The
It's in
amount of cilantro, it depends a lot how much you like cilantro. Some people put too much cilantro, some people put not so much.
Do you put any on after it's cooked?
Yeah, some people like to put the cilantro, the whole cilantro leaves. My mom, she chops. Like muqueca.
It's just like a garnish.
Yeah, you know, in the US, you have the hamburger, right? Each family, each person does the hamburger differently.
Yeah.
Right? You add something special, or some people like, you know, with some special sauce. Some people like just plain hamburger, you know. So the muqueca is pretty much the same. You have the recipe. But for example, I know some people that don't like cilantro and they cook without cilantro.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna assemble dinner.
I would say a little bit of cilantro, it always tastes good, you know, with the food. A little bit, you know, just a little bit.
Well, for some people, cilantro tastes like soap. It's a genetic difference.
Yeah, there is people who can't eat cilantro. But all right. Sue, are you rolling some chocolate balls?
It's hot, yeah. I forgot
mine
to
is
prepare
too.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys.
Sayuri made some ahead of time, but she ate them
But
all. So she can't show.
Sayuri
No, I show
has Sayuri show it, and she, if it's possible, she can show again. During this, I can.
Because I
eat
said,
it.
guys,
I will.
did you see it? Is it okay? You said yes, so I just ate it.
So you just let it cool, and you butter your hands, and you roll it.
Yeah.
Roll little balls, and then you dip it either in little chunks of, what is it? Like the picture behind Sayuri.
Yeah,
The little
granulado.
bits of chocolate, or coconut, or powdered sugar, something to coat the outside.
Yeah. But some people, what they do is you do the brigadeiro, you cut like in a plate, you let it cool, and everyone has their own spoons, and you just share eating with their own
Like
spoons.
me.
Yeah, sprinkles. You get the chocolate sprinkles, and you put that on the outside. Part
Yes,
of it is.
sprinkles. Thank you, Elise.
Yeah. So.
She's close to you. Do you know her? She's on the Portuguese class.
So is there anything we want to go over? I want to show Scott's food again. He was the one that had it. Emily, did you want to show yours, or how's yours coming out? So, any final words here? My thing is, I can always make it taste good. Oh, there you go, Scott. I'm going to spotlight that real quick to show.
Scott, I would like to see you eating that.
Yeah.
Are you cooking?
So.
Here, I don't know it's possible.
And I forgot to make rice, so I'll have to cook some rice, which I'll do after this real quick. And then I'll eat it together. And I'm actually making, I don't know, probably 3 gallons of it so I could share with my mom. My mom grew up near the ocean and she absolutely loves fish. So, oh, Sue, I see
Yeah, the bowl. Yeah.
you're
So I put
cooled enough.
the butter. Yeah. So I put here a half of a spoon and put here, but before butter on my hands and make it a ball. And after I can cover with the other thing or
Sprinkles.
the chocolate. Great. What?
Sprinkles.
No, confeitado.
Sprinkles. Granulado.
Sprinkles? Ah, okay, thank you. Sprinkles. So, but you can, if you don't have, you can use this. So the coconut, and after, actually, if it's a gourmet, normally the people use only the coconut. Yeah. But the coconut, no, sorry, the cacao. So you use the cacao here.
Yeah, so I
And
like
after-
doing it. I have cracked
And it's
chocolate
ready
nibs. Yeah.
for to eat. Yeah, and to serve, you can use this.
Oh,
this is-
couldn't you like dip it in the powdered cacao like you did, right?
Yes, I put here cacao here.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and make this. Yeah, this one is less sugar because the Pringles actually is the sugar. Pretend be a chocolate. It's only sugar. Yes, so I prefer less sugar. This other is necessary to wait really. Yes, and after put in the freezer. But I put a lot of milk. So the correct is you put less milk, only for a little bit the chocolate.
I think you made the same mistake I made last time is I put too much of one thing and then I added another. And before you knew it, I had enough chocolate for 2 weeks.
Oh.
It was so horrible, ruined my life.
No, but this, let me see. The taste is good.
just get a spoon and eat it.
Yeah.
Can I share something to you?
This won't be only for me, this big. This small, it will be only for me, so I can put direct. This other, no, I made for all family.
So Lulu, we
Yeah.
need to make this for your birthday because this is something very common for making for birthdays, yeah?
Yeah.
But you said birthdays and also when people break up or for love, it's just special occasion.
Yes. So Lulu, let me show you how my mom does the coconut milk. If by any chance you can find dry coconut in the US, okay? We don't use coconut milk from the supermarket. We have dry coconut. So you see, you just put the dry coconut in the blender, and that's how she.
Put dried coconut in the blender with water and then just strain it.
Yeah. Just the coconut with the blender with water, and that's the milk.
I love your mom, Sayuri. I never saw her, but I love her.
So if by any chance, if you find dry coconut, I know you have dry coconut in New Hampshire. So I'm pretty sure.
The problem is most of the dried coconut has a lot of sugar in it with it. They put sugar in there to preserve it. So it is hard to find dried coconut that isn't packed with a lot of sugar.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
because
if
most
by
people
any
here use
chance-
it for baking.
This is fresh coconut. This
Yeah.
is fresh coconut.
So,
Uh,
but
yeah,
sometimes we can
fresh
buy the
coconut,
whole
but-
coconut and then you crack it open and
Yeah, that's how we do.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay.
We buy the dry coconut. Yeah, we buy the whole coconut, the dry coconut.
Oh, a whole dried coconut. You crack it open
Yes.
and then you grate it too.
You can grate it
Yeah.
if you want, but we
Or I guess
put
you
in the
cut it up
blender.
and put it in the blender. Yeah.
Yeah, that was about to say, because I've done it before when I made something, and I grated it, and then I took the water and strained it like that. But the blender is a lot easier.
So
Well, we use that for everything, you know. I am in the northeast, also in the northeast of Brazil. Coconut for us is like life. We use coconut with everything.
Yeah.
You know,
I
coconut
think
milk.
the
with
primary reason
couscous.
I like coconut is
Coconut
it doesn't
oil
go
is
bad.
amazing.
You know, one thing that is good with the muqueca, if you had a chance, if you have fresh, dry coconut, you can do what we call arroz de coco. It's to cook the rice with the coconut milk. It's very good. It's very tasty.
Soraya, thank you for getting up so early. She is in Indonesia and it is 6 a.m. for her right now.
No, it's seven now, but I haven't got the ingredients. So I only heat up the coconut milk and cook tonight.
Okay.
I will buy fish and cook it tonight because it's fresh.
Yeah. That's the
Yes.
wonderful thing in other countries. You can get fresh fish. Here it's harder. We get a lot of what they call fresh frozen, but so. Yep. All right. Any last
Yeah.
words from our chefs tonight? Sue, did you want to show any more chocolate or final words? And
Only
Sayuri?
if you like, I show how to prepare the veggie on that because brigadeiro is really easy. It's
Yeah.
red and it's so delicious.
It's very easy because you can eat a lot of chocolate while you're making it, right?
Yeah.
I have a last thing to say about the brigadeiro. The brigadeiros in Brazil are really used for lots of people on high school and also on college. They do it, they cook it as extra money. So lots of young people, you know, they do brigadeiro to sell at the schools, at the university. And I know lots of people that have paid for, you know, not the whole education, but they have paying for their education doing the brigadeiro. And we have what is called the gourmet brigadeiro.
Mhm.
So you have some brigadeiro that are really like look fashion. I brought here some to show you just to finish, just for you to see that actually brigadeiro, it can be something that you can do for fun. But actually some people, I know in Chicago has a brigadeiria, like you can buy, you know, gourmet brigadeiros in Chicago. I checked it.
Scott's making as much moqueca as me. I mean, I'm making for like a family of 6.
Who, Scott?
I have 2 hungry teenage boys.
Oh, then you got plenty, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just put the shrimp in.
Yeah, you want to put the shrimp right at the end because shrimp is very easy to overcook
Yeah.
it. Oh my goodness, look at those.
So those are the ones that we call the gourmet brigadeiro. You know, those brigadeiros, they can be very expensive. And also we can use like in children's parties, but you can also have, you know, like business. And some people, they do the brigadeiro to give you as a present. So they do like this little box and you can give to someone as a present. So if you want to, try to do brigadeiros, it's like it's a very creative way to give someone as a present. You know, you have many ways to do it, and you can do it diet, you can do it coconut, and lots of people, they do like a little box with 4 brigadeiros and they give you as a present. So it's becoming like a really nice way to just gift someone with something that you do with your hands.
And the product anybody don't like. Yes.
So is there something you don't put? Is there something you think, have you ever had a brigadeiro that they put something in it that you didn't like?
Yeah, inclusive one Couchsurfer member, I forgot his name, but he has a channel, is Via Infinda, Via Infinda. He made a lot of brigadeiro. Yes, for pay. His first travel Euro trip. Yes, his first Euro trip, only with a brigadeiro, step by step. And yeah, selling each brigadeiro 1 real. Yes,
yeah.
and
lots of people in Brazil, they travel selling brigadeiro. So you go to a hostel, you buy the ingredients for brigadeiro, that is very easy. you sell brigadeiros, in the afternoon, and you pay for your, hostel or for your things to do. Lots of people, travel cooking brigadeiro because it's very easy. So what they usually do, right? So they go to the night, of course, not right now because our bars are closed, but they go, like to the beaches or to the night with a little box and they open and they sell it.
All right.
That sounds like fun for me.
Thank you very much for sharing some Brazilian food. I am now hungry, so I'm going to stop the recording and we start eating. Any final words?
Thank you all for giving my birthday present as cooking.
Oh, only one thing before to close, please. Everybody, please, and if it's possible in Portuguese, parabéns. I will put here, parabéns para você. Actually, the melody is from America. Yes, and the letter is from Brazil. So happy birthday to you. In Portuguese, it's parabéns para você, but it's from Brazil, the letter. The melody is from the United States. So, parabéns para você. So,
Parabéns para você. Parabéns para
Do you want
você.
to listen? Do you want to listen to parabéns para você in Portuguese? I can.
Everybody to sing for you, girl. Everybody to sing for you. This is my idea.
1, 2, 3.
Parabéns para você.
Parabéns para você. Parabéns para você, Sayuri.
It's always so bad when you have so many people. It's hilarious.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's my second birthday during COVID.